Right, this is part 3 of why I believe LeBron James is so freaking awesome and he is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. So let's just talk about two things that I've heard many people say, even people who swear by Michael Jordan is the GOAT and he's a greater player and everything, right? Even people like Stephen A. Smith, and Skip Bayless, whatever have you, I've heard these people very clearly over the years say two very important things about LeBron James. One is they say that you could say LeBron James has had the greater career over Michael Jordan. Well, I mean, if you break that down and you think about it, if you're saying someone's had a greater career, are you not really essentially saying he's greater? You know, people will create these little subtle ways to act like they're not trying to say he's the GOAT or he's greater, but they state these things that basically mean that exact same thing, right? And the other thing is, a lot of people go, oh, LeBron James is the greater overall player, right? Because obviously he's assists way more and he rebounds way more than Jordan did. And obviously LeBron is taller, stronger, he can guard more positions. So once again, people start going, LeBron James is the greater overall player. If you're saying LeBron has a greater career than MJ, and if you're saying LeBron is the greater overall all-round player, you are essentially saying LeBron is a greater player without actually directly saying he's a greater player. How can you possibly, are you telling me if you think MJ is the GOAT, you wouldn't sit there and go, I think Michael Jordan had the greater career? I mean, if there's one thing I myself would never ever dispute about Michael Jordan's career, is that Michael Jordan commercially, his commercial value for his career and still till this day, maybe not like currently, but at least throughout the years mostly, is stronger than LeBron's and any other player. And also it's stronger than most sports people, athletes in the history of time. I mean, a lot of people swear by that Michael Jordan was said to be the most famous man on the planet in the 90s at his peak. And a lot of people say that behind Muhammad Ali, the most famous, prestigious star that they can think of all time is Michael Jordan. But I think you can also argue now about maybe Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, you can add to the argument, and a few other people from different sports. But I think it's very solid to say in terms of fame, the level of fame that Jordan got, you could even say he's the #1 sports athlete of all times, even in front of Muhammad Ali. You could actually argue that. But anyway, that's for another video. But I wouldn't argue that. I don't sit here and I say I believe that, you know, Michael Jordan is not sorry. I don't sit here and I argue that LeBron James is more commercially viable than Jordan, or at least at the peak of their careers, LeBron was more commercially viable. I don't think so. And yes, should there have been social media back in Jordan's days, would he have been even more famous or even more famous till this day? Yeah. But also actually, so thanks to social media, it's keeping Jordan alive even, because yes, LeBron could also have his social media pages and he can make himself more famous and known to more people thanks to social media, but Jordan can also keep himself more alive through social media, or other sports pundits, they keep Jordan alive, right? So yeah, I just, the bigger point of all this, yes, MJ, I believe, has always had the more commercial value. But honestly, as a player, if we're talking about someone who overall, all round, is a greater NBA player, 100% I would say LeBron James. LeBron has got so many more assists. LeBron was like a greater Scottie Pippen. I mean, Scottie Pippen was like the point guard on the Bulls team, except he would normally average 17, 18 points a season when he was with MJ. It went a bit up when MJ left, but he averaged that along with like 7 assists and 7 rebounds a game like LeBron, except LeBron would manage to average around 25 to 28 points a season along with his 7 or 8 assists and rebounds per game as well, average. So yeah, man, you know, and I see all these Scottie Pippen videos where he tries to act like he's better than LeBron. I'm sorry, you definitely are not. MJ's the only person that is comparable to LeBron. And Kobe, you could argue, is as good as LeBron. Or some people, of course, love Kobe so much, and because he's a copy of MJ, they start going, he's greater than LeBron. He's not. Kobe Bryant is a 2-time Finals MVP and a 1-time regular season MVP. LeBron is 4 and 4. There's no comparison. There's no comparison to LeBron with Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a 1-time Finals MVP. That is not good enough to be anywhere near the Mount Rushmore. It's not even good enough, in my opinion, to be top 10. And I think Curry, you know, because his team went crazy on 3 points, they started making this argument because LeBron was so dominant with these teams for 8 years in a row. They started getting so adamant that, oh, Curry's changed the game and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that. I think the Phoenix Suns started being a high-tempo team and shooting more threes way before the Warriors had that as part of their, as part of their strategy. So anyway, that's sort of part 3 for me on my argument that LeBron James is the GOAT. I think if you're saying that someone is generally a greater all-round player or that he has the greater career, you're essentially saying he's greater. I mean, I just don't see how you can say those two things and not say that someone is greater. But people just... Jordan is like God status to some people, of the likes of which no one has ever reached. And once again, it just comes down to the level of fame and the level of his commercial value. That's why people just can't get out of this system that he's 100% better. He's had 6 finals, and he's won 6 of them and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. But has he ever been to 8 finals in a row in the modern era? No. A lot of people play like Michael Jordan now. A lot of people can do what Michael Jordan could do. So that's that one. That was part 3 of my LeBron over MJ debate. And that's it. That's my 3 parts on why I believe LeBron is the GOAT over MJ. Keep commenting. I love debating. It's one of my favorite debates, this one. Take care.